Hi, what opportunity and what challenge and what's the overall energy of this upcoming week of September 29th through October 5th going to be? Hi, I'm Laura with Heart Driven Tarot, and today we're going to look at three insights from Spirit on how to best navigate this upcoming week, the first week of October 2025. Hope you are doing well, and as you can see, I'm still not in my usual spot. I'm still spending time with my daughter. And it may be a little bit longer than, well, it is longer than I originally planned. And then it might be even longer if there's a storm that's hitting Charleston, South Carolina, these tropical storms. Always what happens in September, it seems. So we're going to again select those three cards for those three insights: opportunity, challenge, and overall energy. And I'm trying to think of what song would relate to this particular reading. I'll have to come up with it later. I hope you're doing well. And also do be aware, or be aware rather, that I do private readings, and you can get information on those by sending me an email at laura@heartdriventarot.com. And that's LAURA at heartdriventarot.com. All right, let's lower the camera and let's see what three insights we will have. Opportunity, challenge, and overall energy of the upcoming week. Wheel of Fortune. That seems to be coming up in readings I've been doing. Major Arcana card. And then the second card is Major Arcana High Priestess. And then finally, we've got Six of Pentacles or coins. So concerning the opportunity of the week, Wheel of Fortune. Major Arcana number 10. There are 22 Major Arcana, 21 include the Fool card. Major Arcana cards in the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. And what this means is these have special weight in a reading, and they are archetypal energies. And 10 is the card of completion and new beginnings. And also the Wheel of Fortune relates to the cycles of life. And people, a lot of readers often refer to this card, this image, as the image of fate, things that are beyond our control. It's just that the ups and downs, the vacillations, ups and downs of life, things that are beyond our control that we sometimes have to accept. So the opportunity for this week, I feel what Spirit is advising you is to make the most of whatever comes your way that you may not have been expecting. There may be some things, this is what's coming to me intuitively, that you never imagined might happen, and they just fall into your lap. And your opportunity is to make the most of them. Even if you are startled by it, even if you were not expecting it the least, even if you feel a little bit puzzled and uncertain about what to do, make the most of this opportunity. Perhaps take a few moments to meditate, take time for a walk outside, take a 15, 20-minute walk and think, how can you best handle and make the most of this opportunity that just seemed to fall into your lap because of, it almost seems like fate. You hadn't been expecting it, but perhaps it was something that you had a long time desire for. And so now is your opportunity to go for it. It's just the universe has handed this to you. That is what I feel the Wheel of Fortune is advising you for this. That's your opportunity for this week. Fate is bringing something into your midst. Now, the second card is the challenge card, the High Priestess. I love the High Priestess because she's this mysterious woman, this mysterious esoteric woman. She's got the scroll, a sacred scroll on her lap. It's called the Torah, sacred scroll. She's got the moon, the crescent moon. She's this mysterious woman of mystery. She has an inscrutable face, and you cannot really tell what she's thinking because she is this mysterious individual. Facial expression, that inscrutable expression on her face, kind of like that poker face. And that reminds me of that song by Lady Gaga, Poker Face. I think that, or I'm not sure if that's the name, but it's in the lyrics. And then she's in between these two, the Solomon's columns, Boaz and Joachim, which were a temple, a sacred temple. The high priestess is all about the mystery of life, the spiritual facet of life, and she is, in a way, she is the keeper of secrets. And in this particular image, you get the sense that someone is coming to her with a request, and she's not letting them know how she's going to answer or if she's going to answer. She's gazing at them to determine where they're coming from and if this is a legitimate request. And so I feel what Spirit is advising for this week is that this week you will have, your challenge will be to perhaps turn within and figure out something that seems a bit difficult, that you've been wrestling with. And so perhaps you have to take time to tune into your own higher wisdom, which is what the high priestess, excuse me, is all about, that mystery of life. And so that's your challenge, is figuring this out, how to best move forward in an area that maybe has been a stumbling block for you, or it's been difficult. I know that there are two areas that I'm still trying to figure out, okay, life, universe, what gives in these two areas that I've been tremendously frustrated in. So I feel that the challenge for you this week will be in a similar area, something you've been wrestling with, and that maybe you need to go to your own inner high priestess, or maybe you have a source, maybe you have a spiritual advisor or person who you go to for spiritual advice. This is your time to consult them or to turn within and consult your own highest wisdom. But that's going to be your challenge, that you need to tap into that area to obtain an answer to an area, to a particular facet of your life that maybe you feel hasn't been working the way you want. And then finally, the overall energy of the week is the Six of Coins, Six of Pentacles. Pentacles and coins refer to the material realm of life, whether it's finances, physicality, career, work-related projects. And in this image, we see what appears to be a merchant with a red robe, so conveys that idea of passion. And he's looking down at these two beggars. Right now, he appears to be focusing on the female beggar and is dispensing some coins. And this is the only card in the Rider-Waite deck in which you actually see money being exchanged. Giving her some coins, and then we have this other man's reaching his hand out. This always reminds me, this image, the Six of Pentacles, kind of this balancing of dispensing, of giving of yourself, and of doing it thoughtfully. So he's looking at her, but they're both appealing to him for sharing his resources, sharing his wealth. And so I feel that the energy of this week is going to be, the overall energy is your opportunity to share of yourself and to think through methodically and carefully, where can you best allocate your time, your talent, and your treasure? That old saying, I think, from churches often talk about tithing, your time, talent, treasure. How can you best share? Because he's in the position, he's in the elevated position, he's coming from abundance. So see this week, the overall energy, as a time for you to share from your own levels of abundance, whether that's your, again, time, energy, or financial resources. Think through that and see where can they best be dispensed. Let me see if there's anything else here. But overall, it seems like this energy of this week is going to be one of opportunities, of fate dispensing something to you, an opportunity that you hadn't anticipated, of you having to tap into your own higher wisdom or seeking advice from someone who is very well versed or steeped in spiritual advice. And then finally taking the time to figure out how you can allocate your own resources, the area in which you have abundance, as this merchant has abundance. I hope this reading has been helpful for you. And I apologize, this past week I was going to do a second reading related to decision about whether you should move if you're trying to decide about moving somewhere. So that will go up in this next week, promise you. Until next time, remember, illumine your mind, inspire your life with heart-driven tarot.